It's a new year, so that can only mean one thing.
It's time for those New Year resolutions.
And it's the perfect time to start a new hobby.
Jewellery Maker, Sewing Street and HobbyMaker are here whether you're starting something new or advancing your skills on a current hobby.
With all the tools you need to start, as well as expert demonstrations from our great guests.
Are you starting a new hobby this January? Share your new makes with us by tagging Jewellery Maker, HobbyMaker or Sewing Street using the hashtag NewYearNewHobby.
And watch us every day from 8 AM to 1 PM on Jewellery Maker,
On HobbyMaker, 6 to 8 AM and 1 to 6 PM.
And 8 AM till 1 PM on Sewing Street.
Good morning, everybody. Hello, I hope you're well. It's just after 6 AM, and yes, we're live here at HobbyMaker. It's, just after 6, and great to have your company. We're live till 8 o'clock. We're here till 8 o'clock with Wake Up to HobbyMaker, and then back again between 1 and 6 this afternoon with our regular afternoon shows as well. So we're going to get you inspired, maybe new year, new hobby, new pastimes, new ideas. We're hopefully going to inspire you with some of the best-selling items that we've had over the last day or two between now and 8. Actually, 8 o'clock, 7 o'clock this morning, by the way. Debbie's going to be here from Crafter's Companion, and we've got a brand new launch from them for spring. Yes, our attentions after Christmas and New Year always turn to spring. We've got a great Daisy collection coming up at 7 o'clock this morning. But first things first, this morning, we always like to kind of ease you into the day gradually and gently. It's a lot more kind of relaxed and chilled and laid back here at HobbyMaker. So if you want to get involved in the show, you can either send us an email, studio@hobbymaker.co.uk. You can also send us a little message via our website, which is hobbymaker.co.uk. There's a little section there that says contact the studio, and that comes straight through to us. We can put it on the screen, which is great, get you involved in the show. But we're also going to give you the chance, as we do most mornings, to win yourself an account credit. So if you fancy winning yourself a £25 account credit before 7 o'clock this morning, all we need you to do is to work out our crafty anagram. Now, these are really popular. Lots of you set your alarm for 6, put the kettle on, put the toaster on, and then have a little look at the TV and see what you want to purchase, and also see if you can win yourself something. So what we've done today, our crafty anagram is dead simple, I reckon. It is a well-known crafting company that's here regularly at HobbyMaker. If you can unscramble these letters and work out what crafting company that could be, you might win yourself £25 account credit before 7 o'clock this morning. So get your anagrams in, get your answers in now to studio@hobbymaker.co.uk, and then Ellie, our producer, will choose one at random before 7 o'clock this morning. Let me introduce you to the team. Adam and Ellie are in the gallery today. Hello, guys. Ellie is producing. Adam's on knobs and buttons. There he is. And Paul is on camera too this morning. Hi, Paul. Hello. That's your team, waking you up nice and gently on this, what day of the week is it today? Thursday morning. When you do shifts, it's a bit like when you have Christmas off and New Year and you go back to it and you think, oh, what day of the week is it? It's like that every day for me. Okay, now lovely Francois Reeb was here yesterday. Francois is a very, very talented crafter and a great designer. And we've still got a few of her stamps available. And Francois' stamps are really unique and very, very individual and different. And what I love about them is they kind of let you really go to town with your colouring and your inspiration. You can do all sorts with her stamps. Now, what we've got for you is the opportunity to buy the whole bundle, the whole lot, which is basically 12 stamp sets and 6 stencils, which is just under £90. But if that's stretching it a little bit too far, one thing that proved really popular yesterday was pick any 3 for £16.50. So if I go through the set of 8 that you can choose from, or 9 that you can choose from, 9 that you can take your pick from and choose any 3 for £16.50. Otherwise they are, how much are they on their own? £6.75. So if you buy 3, you're going to save around about £4 off your price. So £16.50 for 3 or £6.75 for each one. Now I'll go through them individually for you so you know exactly which one's which. This one, first of all, is called Seaside Dreamcatcher. Now, see what I mean about how Francois gives you loads of crafting potential for colouring in, for embossing, using your embossing powders, all that sort of thing. You can really go to town with that. So that's your seaside dream catcher. I think Francois doesn't live that too far away from the sea, so that's probably the inspiration. But you've got the kind of dangling dream catcher elements down there with the anchor, the shell, all that sort of thing, maybe inspired by a holiday or whatever. You've got relax and enjoy and bon voyage as the sentiments on that one. So if you like the look of that, that one is called Dreamcatcher, or Seaside Dreamcatcher. This one is called Round Blooms. And Francois does love her flowers and does love her kind of almost kind of they're not necessarily roses or tulips or daffodils or anything like that. They're kind of you know, make up your own ideas as to what flowers they could be, but they're really inspirational. Lots of outline, lots of detail for colouring in, all that sort of thing. Well, to be honest with you, I know a lot of people actually buy Francois stamps to do some sand tangling inside the outside lines, so that could be an option for you. That's another one. That one is £6.75 on its own. ZE2886. You can buy them on their own. There's just one that kind of jumps out at you. You don't want to buy 3 of them. You can pay just one P&P and one price of £6.75. ZE2886 is your item number there. Now, that's the first 2 I want to show you. The second 2 are these 2 here, which are tagged greetings and flower mound. So this one is your flower mound. Again, floral inspiration here. Again, kind of make up the idea as to what flowers they could be. They're kind of out of this world flowers, to be honest with you. And this isn't one big stamp. They're individual stamps. The butterfly's individual, the corn is individual. You've got little things are the best. I mean, how many stamps are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's 10 stamps in this one. So it's about 60 to 70 pence per stamp if you're just buying this on its own. That one's called Flower Mound. And the pictures of them, if you forget their names, are on the website. So just have a little look at hobbymaker.co.uk. This one is called Tagged Greetings. So obviously the greetings have been designed so that they work in the middle of the tag just there, okay? And it's one item number, but all of them are literally choices, okay? So if you wanted to maybe go for 6 of them, if you wanted 6 of them, that would be £33, 1 P&P of £3.95, or any 3 for £16.50, okay? So this one's your tagged greetings, and it's got on there, travel, escape, explore, fun, have a fabulously brilliant day. By the way, I'm wearing the smile you gave me. Just a tiny, minuscule, teeny-weeny little note, and all of those fit into the outline of the tag on there. I like that a lot, actually. Really, really nice. Something a bit different for you. And you've also got those elements of backgrounds there as well, splodges and dots and stars and hearts and so on. So that's the other one. I'll get through these as quickly as I can. Next 2 we've got here. This one is called Bird Nest. And if you want inspiration, you can watch, of course, Francois' shows back on our website, and she'll be doing lots of fantastic demonstrations with the Creative Expressions products as well. So this one is your bird nest, so the main focal point are the family of birds. So Francois' got a very distinctive style, as I'm sure you've probably picked up on. Really lovely kind of a dotty design and circle design at the top there, another butterfly. Welcome, little one, hello, let's celebrate. So happy for you down the bottom there too. Then we've got our, this one's the Rooster Meadow. Oh, there he is. You can almost hear him, can't you? There's your rooster. Now, is that the sun? That could be the moon. It could be literally anything you wanted it to be. Again, a little more butterfly action going on there. Cock-a-doodle-doo, hello sunshine, happy day. And lots of little element squiggles there as well. So that's the first 6. The next couple, or the next 3 I'll do actually, because it's a pick and mix basically of any of the 9, any 3 of the 9 for only £16.50p. Now this first one here, this doesn't have a character on it or a flower or anything like that. This is actually called the speckled textures. Now this is again something that Francois is really, really good at for your distressed backgrounds, maybe using distress oxides or your other inks or whatever. These just create wonderful patterns and give you that kind of grungy effect, really effective. So that one is your speckled textures. 2 more out of the 9. Then we've got this one, which is your dream home. There's your dream home with a little bird in the forefront. So moving house cards, that sort of thing, really cool. Again, more butterflies, different designs, more circles. And then finally, the last one in the set, I've got something sticking to my shirt, there we go, is your Ladybird Dreamcatcher. So the first Dreamcatcher that we showed you was the seaside one. This one is your ladybirds. The ladybirds, the center of the triangle or the pyramid. And then you've got all those other floral and ladybird elements dangling down from the dream catcher. So all of them are $6.75 each. You can just buy one, you can buy two, but the deal we've got going on, remember, is pick any three, put them in your basket. When you get to checkout, the 20-odd pound price tag will drop down to just £16.50. And that's the 9 that you can choose between. That's what you'll see on the website. If you're not sure which is which, the drop down will come up when you go to the website as well. Can we actually do that? Can we go to our website and just show you how it works? If you go to hobbymaker.co.uk, this is what you'll see if you actually look at what's in the show. And you can see that they are being billed as £6.75 per stamp set, all right? So you choose whether you want one, whether you want three. If you put three in your basket, let's choose three. Which one should we go for? Ladybird Dreamcatcher? Okay, add it to your basket. And then, how many have we chosen so far? Is that the first one? That's the first. Bird's Nest, okay, let's do that. Yep, add that to basket. And what about Seaside? There you go, Seaside, okay. Add to basket. And then if you go to checkout, you'll actually see then that all three of them have been put together and your discount is applied at checkout. It will then take each one down to £5.47. So basically £16.50 is all you'll have to pay for three of them. And remember, here at HobbyMaker, every day we cap our postage at just £3.95, okay? So if you buy something today, maybe you couldn't watch Francois' shows yesterday, maybe you were working or you're out doing something, but you're tuning in this morning thinking, do you know what, I fancy that. I fancy doing a bit of colouring for 2023 or a bit of tangling for 2023. Any three for £16.50, one P&P for £3.95. And if you come back and buy something from Crafter's Companion in the next show, or you come back this afternoon, it's Pauline and Debbie Robinson all afternoon with me with Hunky, Dory and Crafter's Companion. You'll only pay £3.95 maximum postage on your order. Now, you've got to check out, obviously. Until you check out, your order is not confirmed. And don't expect a confirmation email straight away. I know lots of you, when you do online shopping, you get an email within a couple of minutes from the company. What we do is we send the confirmation email out at midnight tonight, so you'll get it first thing in the morning when you wake up, showing you everything you've ordered during the day, okay? Excuse me, and also that cap P&P of £3.95. So a good way to start the day, pick and mix. Now, if I want to show you the other Francois stamps, now this other bundle we've got as a set of three. This is called the Accessory bundle. Now, I particularly like this as well. You're going to get, if you go for this, all three of these. These aren't in the pick and mix, but they are available as individuals, or you can buy them as a set of three for just $19.99. So this is your Accessory bundle, and you've got, of course, these wonderful kind of almost like background doodle stamps there with the circles and so on, bubbles. Over here, you've got your, what look like buttons, and again, we've got them in different sizes and shapes. We've got hearts, we've got flowers, ovals and circles. And then this, I think, is, I keep sticking to everything. This is really, really cool. Take a little look at this. Now here you've got mini tags, but you've got them in the letters of the alphabet with numbers as well. So I can imagine this being maybe like a little bunting hanging on the front of a card or something like that with someone's name or a special anniversary or birthday, a special age. It's all there for you for £19.99. You've also got little extra tags down the bottom there for you. You've got hi, you've got a little flower, a love heart, a question mark as well, and an and. But this is cool, isn't it? Really cool. Think about, you can stamp obviously directly onto your card and just make it a flat image that you stamped onto it. Or failing that, you can actually cut all these little tags out. So they're only straight lines, they're dead easy. And you can then put a little hole in the top with a little hole punch. If you've got the Hunky Dory like hole puncher tool, that would be cool. And then you can hang them with little bits of baker's twine or bits of ribbon if you want to. So a really easy, affordable way of doing your personalisation. And I've got a few little boards here that Francois has stamped out for us. So you're going to get all of those, every letter, every number, and you've even got a little bit of texturing on the tag stamps there as well, which is rather cool. There we go. And then you've got these as well, with the buttons and the little distress circles too. I really do love the font on that as well. Really nice, really different. And I don't think I've ever seen tag stamps like this before. So something a little bit different. I mean, if you're going to buy these as dies, for example, they'd cost a pretty penny. But as stamps, they're really affordable and they're dead easy for you to cut out as well. So all three of those for $19.99. Morning Helen in Midlothian, checked out on these already. Like that an awful lot. And if you want the whole bundle, let me explain to you. You're going to get your letters and tags. You're going to get all 9 of the stamp sets that I showed you with the pick and mix earlier on, but you're also going to get these stencils as well. Now, when you consider, if you were to break it down and buy everything individually, by buying the whole bundle, you're going to be getting a saving of around about £15–16 off what the price should be. So if you're looking to save the most money and you like everything Francois does with woodware and creative expressions, go for the big bundle. That's the best value. But if you just want stencils, and of course stencils I always say are the unsung heroes of craft because they really are so versatile. Whether you're using the whole thing, whether you're using just a little portion of it, just a little section of it, you can emboss with them, you can spray through them, you can ink through them, you can put your texture paste through them as well. Now on the website they are individually available. How much are they each again, Ellie? £3.99 each. So you can buy just one or a couple if you want to. And this is the beauty of having our cap P&P of £3.95 a day, because when you think about it, you know, if you buy one thing from other places, say at 6:15 in the morning, come back a bit later at say 10 o'clock and buy something else, come back at 1 o'clock and buy something else, you're paying postage each time you're checking out. With us, our system knows that you've checked out once and only charges you one P&P of £3.95, no matter how many other times you check out during that day. Now this one is called your Worn Lines. And really lovely. That could actually be woodwork, couldn't it? It could actually be like the bark of a tree or the age of a tree when you cut into it. Really lovely. Then the next one, this is what's got the sticky on it. That's what I keep sticking to. This one's your swatches. Again, when you want to create that kind of grungy background, kind of patchy patterns like this, to do that any other way is not easy, but this is dead simple to do, really achievable. This one's got kind of 4 things going on in one stencil here, actually. This one's called the Old Tiles. So you've got your kind of mosaic at the top there, your triangular kite-like effect down there, your crisscrosses at the top right, and your dashes down the bottom as well. So lots of potential with this. £3.99 each, or if you go for all of them, £19.99. How much do you save then if you go for all of them? I can't do the maths on that. £4 each, 6 of them. So you save it, you get one for nothing, don't you? You get one free. Yeah. So that's this one. Now this could be cracked glass, it could be cracked ice. Again, they've been sectioned off into triangles, so you can maybe make them into bunting if you wanted to as well, but just really, very versatile as a background or as a pattern. And then the last one is that one here, which we're calling dashed, okay? So that could be like you've just picked up loads of twigs and thrown them in the air and they all kind of scatter on the ground. And they're all really different, but very, very useful stencils to have. So that is what you get. If you choose to go for HB2889, you'll get all 6 of them for £19.99. If you want them as individuals, they're all available on the website for you as well, and that's just £3.99 each. So the main offers, just to recap, if I've bombarded you with item numbers and figures and deals and things like that, I apologise. Let me just quickly remind you, we've got Francois' new stamp collection. Now there are any three for £16.50 out of the set of 9 I showed you at the beginning of the show, okay? And they're all photographed and listed on the website for you. So £6.75 each. Oh, that's my cup of tea, sorry. £6.75 each, or you could buy any 3 for £16.50. Then we've got, of course, the fantastic signature deal over here, which is the tags with the letters of the alphabet, and we'll call that the accessory bundle. That's £19.99 as a separate 3 or trio. And then we've also got the stencils, which are £3.99 each, or you can buy all 6 of them for £19.99. So whichever way you look at it, there's lots of ways of saving money in the show. But then if you can't choose and you're a Francois fan and you love everything about all of it, stencils and all the stamps, you can go for I Want It All. So this is all 12 woodware stamp sets, plus the 6 woodware stencils, £89.99. Now, if you add up all of the individuals, you're saving best part of £15. It should be about £106 and a few pence. So today, if you want the lot, treat yourself. Maybe you had some money at Christmas. That's on 3 split pays. So all you have to pay today is £29.99, plus your P&P of £3.95, and then automatically in 4 weeks, and then in 8 weeks, the next 2 payments come off your card that you choose to use today, okay? Now, we've only got 17 of these bundles remaining, okay? Just 17 of these big bundles. There are smaller quantities of, or there are larger quantities of the smaller deals. If you buy the 3 for £16.50, or if you buy the stencils on their own, or if you buy the the accessory bundle. All of those we've got a few more of, but if you want the best value, this is it, and it's on split pay. Split pay is something we offer you as a business, okay, as a company. It doesn't go to a finance company or anything like that. It's basically, we're saying to you, if you want this today, we'll ship it to you straight away, and all we'll charge you is a third of the cost, totally interest-free, and you can enjoy using Francois stamps. We'll come back to these a bit later on, because I know it's really, really early in the morning. We'll remind you of the deals on the stamps and the stencils and everything else a little bit later on, just before 7 o'clock. So if you've missed any item numbers, do not worry. Now, we love to treat you in the morning. We like to have a little bit of a game with you in the morning. Nice, gentle, easy into Thursday with an anagram. If you can unscrabble these letters and tell us of a well-known company that is here at HobbyMaker, you could win yourself a £25 account credit. Lots of you have got it already. I'm not surprised. What company could this be? What well-known crafting company could this be? If you can unravel the letters, it's a little bit of a kind of a countdown moment with us here at our HobbyMaker. Just basically send us an email with your name and everything else like that, and maybe your address, that would help us as well, to studio@hobbymaker.co.uk. What's the name of the company that you see quite regularly here at HobbyMaker? If you get it right, there'll be a random draw just before 7, and I'll announce the winner of the £25 credit before 7 o'clock this morning, before we launch a brand new Crafters Companion collection all about daisies and springtime. That's at 7 o'clock with the lovely Debbie Fisher. I thought it was Debbie Robinson. It's Debbie Fisher. Hello, my love. Morning. I'm good. Happy New Year.
I'm very well, thank you.
Good. Debbie will be here in about 40 minutes' time. Okay. Now, we've also got from Woodware. Now, I've got something very similar to this at home. You may know, if you're a regular viewer, that I'm a model maker. And it's like a subscription thing I'm doing to build the Titanic. You may have seen it advertised on the TV. The other day, my latest kit arrived, bit by bit by bit. And there were the tiniest elements. And I had a little red light that had to go into a socket in the side of the ship. And I picked it up with tweezers, and I still lost it. It just pinged across the room. I can't find it at all. But something like this would have solved that problem, because this is a tacky pickup tool. Really cool. I think this is such a clever idea. So if you're dealing with things like sequins or faceted stones, all those tiny little embellishments that have got a bit of a mind of their own that end up flying across the room, you can't find them in the shag pile carpet, this is the ideal answer, because the nib on this is not sticky, but it's tacky. So if you've got like tiny little gemstones or tiny little sequins, anything fiddly to pick up, just literally tap it with the tip of this and it will stick to it. But then when you put it onto the project you're working on, the glue will take over and it will release from here. It's also good if you like to do your diamond dots, anything like that at all that involves lots of fiddly little pieces. This will be your new best friend. On the end there, you've also got a repositioning tool. So if you put something down and it's slightly in the wrong position or something like that, that's just basically a repositioning element on the end there. And you're also going to get 3 replacement nibs for your tool as well. These are really, this is a godsend. It really is a godsend. Now, we've only got a few of these remaining. We haven't got many of these left from yesterday's show at all. And the price is only £10.99 for the tool and the 3 replacement heads as well. If you do struggle with tweezers and things are always pinging off left, right and centre, here, there and everywhere, this is going to be an absolute boom. And for just over a tenner, you know, you really cannot go wrong. Hazel's in on this. Hello, Hazel, morning. What is it you're going to be using these for? Is it to pick up your gemstones to put into the cards that you make? Is it to put up and pick up your little dotty designs? I know all the the diamond dots and kits like that, for example. I know all of those normally come with tools, but they normally have the removable wax that goes in the nib. That's great, but of course it does need to be replaced. Whereas these nibs don't need to be replaced at all. And if ever you get them dirty, if you get dust on them or whatever and they stop to lose their tack, just rinse them under the tap, let them dry naturally, and the tack will be there going forward. So a really clever, handy, useful tool to have from Woodware. And to have those 3 replacement nibs as well in that price, I would have thought they'd have been £10.99 on their own, to be fair. But you're going to get all of these. We've got single figure stock now on the pickup tool from Woodware, just £10.99 US 2823 is the product code, okay? US 2823, just £10.99. And remember our phone number, if you want to call us rather than use the internet and the World Wide Web and our website, it's entirely up to you. The website's free to order on, but so is our free phone number as well. Free from a landline, free from a mobile. It's 0800 001 4433. That will get you through to our call centre that's here in the building upstairs, and they're there 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, all right? US 2823 for the pickup tool. I can't speak highly enough about those. They are a brilliant invention. Now, should we have a little look at another brilliant brand that we have here at HobbyMaker? Let's look at Hunky Dory. Can I start with my favourite? Ellie knows. Around the world. I love anything to do with maps, postcards, anything like that. I'm absolutely into that massively. And what you've got here are maps of the world, but they kind of vary in their age. Some of them are very modern, some of them are very aged, and they feature different parts of the world, obviously. Now you're going to get 24 sheets of matte-tastic, adorable scoreable. Now that £7.99 was good. Look at where we're dropping it to. You're going to get all of this for £4.99. Now where's this? Oh, this is Nottingham, Derby, Mansfield, Chesterfield. So it's not just global, it's UK as well. It's how much per sheet? 20p a sheet for these fantastic maps. Where are we on this one? I can't work this one out. Oh, Alaska, Greenland, Finland. Wow, amazing. Top of the world, absolutely. But these are great, aren't they? So they're featuring different parts of the world. It's actually, if you're buying these and maybe the kids get involved as well, a little bit of a geography lesson. I was never very good at geography. I just get on a plane and it tells me where I'm going, and I very often haven't got a clue where in the world I am, but there you go. Here's a chance to do a little bit of geography at the same time. South America, North Atlantic, Greenland at the top there too. I love it, absolutely love it. If you love your vintage maps, then this cardstock is going to be brilliant. Perfect. There's the UK, I know where I am. There we are. But perfect, you know, if you like to do a travel-themed card or anything like that, or using it maybe in your scrapbooking, in your memory journals, if you've got photographs of holidays. A friend of mine actually has been in Australia for the last 3 or 4 weeks, actually, celebrating all sorts of birthdays and things like that. Saw Christmas and then the New Year in Sydney. And I actually messaged him the other day. I said, are you actually living out there now? He said, oh, no, we're coming back next week. But yeah, imagine having that amount of time over there during the winter time here. Not jealous at all. You get 3 of each design, and there's 24 of them. It's matte-tastic, adorable, scoreable, so if you do need to crease it, if you do need to score it, it's not going to crack. The bendy ink technology is there, but I love it. It's one of those printed cardstocks that kind of draws you in. Hello, Jean. Hello, Crafter in West Yorkshire. You're in on this. You could add inks and distress inks to it if you want to, because it's uncoated cardstock. Matte-tastic means that you can add special effects. You can add your splats to it if you want to, add your distress inks, your distress oxides, it's entirely up to you. But it's got loads of character, absolutely loads of character, beautifully printed, make boxes out of it, but great for your journals, great for your memory books as well. Stock up on that today. That was a bestseller yesterday, and it is proven to be so this morning as well, at £4.99 for 24 sheets. Then that's the Adorable Scoreable Around the World pack, okay? 0800 001 4433. If you'd rather order on the website, you can go to www.hobbymaker.co.uk, okay? RYHD15. Okay, should we do the velvet one? Let's do velvet. Now this is coated, this isn't uncoated, so you can't add your effects to this, but to be honest with you, I don't think you'd want to, because this has got the look of crushed velvet. It looks like it should have a nap, like it should have a pile and a texture to it, but look, it's completely shiny and smooth. So this is Adorable Scoreable, this is the coated cardstock, $4.99, and you get, again, 24 sheets of the velvet. So if you like texture, but you're not really into using fabric on your card, but you'd like to have the look of fabric, this is going to give you that effect in different colorways brilliantly. Look at the golden one there. That actually could be like the moon landing, couldn't it? It could be the surface of the moon or a planet or something, but it's crushed velvet. That's the effect they're going for, and they've created it brilliantly. You've got your dark gray, you've got your green, you've got your blue, your purple, your burgundy in there as well. 24 sheets of Adorable Scoreable for £4.99. Hi Primrose in Hampshire, you're in. check out your basket. Now, if you want to go for a few, if maybe you've got a budget of £20, that means you could go for maybe 4 sets of the 24. That would be 96 sheets you'd get for less than £20 and 1 P&P of £3.95. I mean, if you win the £25 account credit with the Anagram this morning, spend it on this, why not? Where should we go next? Should we go to the wood? Should we do the wood? Let's do the wood. Now, the wood is uncoated. So some of them are coated, most of them, though, are uncoated. This is an uncoated one. And again, for texture, for backgrounds, when you're doing anything rustic, that's obviously a sliced trunk of a tree, beautiful. Let's get that price down. All these prices are just $4.99 for 24 sheets of adorable, scoreable, matte-tastic cardstock. There you've got the woven raffia, that looks like to me, or wicker. Another cross-section of a tree trunk. Oh, that looks like a lumber yard to me. Stacked up trunks. Beautiful. Really different. When you want that texture, when you want that kind of rustic appearance, that rustic feel, that kind of back to nature look, this is going to be the one to go for. Just flick through the others for you. Don't forget, coming up at 7 o'clock, we've got a brand new launch from Crafter's Companion with Daisies, our tensions turn to spring, with the lovely Debbie Fisher. That'll be at 7 o'clock. $4.99 though, GNHD 43 if you want the wood. Which one next, Ellie? Urban Edge, that's this one here. So this is not necessarily, we've looked at wood, we looked at velvet, looked at maps. This is just kind of a grungy effect. When you want that kind of distressed urban look, really unusual. So this is a mixture of letters and textures and colours. Really grungy, great steampunky themes maybe. If you love your steampunk images, these would work well with that. But not just steampunk, they work just in everyday crafting brilliantly well. So you've got that lovely look of texture. If you're not very good or you're not confident at kind of doing messy crafts or grungy crafts, getting the look of almost like graffiti possibly, then this is pre-done for you. It's literally printed, that's like a graffiti wall, isn't it? Really lovely. I walked past actually in London at the weekend, I was down there seeing a show, walked past like a few alcoves under bridges, and some of the graffiti is absolutely incredible. The artwork was breathtaking. People were stopping, taking pictures of it. So it goes from being like graffiti and vandaling to something of beauty. It really does, yeah. So yeah. Really, really impressed with that. So this one is called Urban what? Urban Edge. Urban Edge. If you fancy a bit of Urban Edge going on in your crafting, $4.99 for 24 sheets. This is again adorable, scoreable, uncoated cardstock, PQHD02 for 24 sheets. I like that. Very different, very unusual. Now the next three we've got for you are florals. So if I go for this one first of all, which is the boldest floral of all of them. Now this is Navy Blossoms, okay? Now this is coated. You can see it's got the shine to it. So again, all coated, pre-coated cardstock from Adorable Scoreable. So this one is your, what was it, Navy Blooms? Navy Blossoms. Navy Blossoms. So an undertone of navy in the background and lighter blues. Price is going to be the same. They should be $7.99. And they will come in cellophane wraps as well, which you can open and close. They've actually got resealable bottom to them, so if you want to take a sheet out at a time, you can do to keep all of them in tip-top condition. But this is your Navy Blossoms, £4.99. Thank you very much. Very lovely, very beautiful. And then, what's this zigzag coming up at the back? Oh, wow. Look at that. Now you can easily cut into that, make little zigzag ribbons out of it if you want to. Again, you get 3 of each of the designs. That's Navy Blossoms AZHD32. Now this one, Bygone Blooms is this one, okay? Bygone Blooms, and you'll get 24 sheets. This is another coated cardstock. 3 of each design. Sorry, cottage florals, this one, beg your pardon. This one is cottage florals. There are 2 that look quite similar. So this one's cottage florals. You've got your sunflowers in there. You've got your lavenders. So a mixture of colours, a nice kind of combination and mix for you there as well. Try and flick through them a bit quicker for you. There's your pinks. There's your pale blues. If you love your country cottages, maybe you live in a town and a city and you just long for a little bit of countryside. This is a splash of countryside on your card. every day, isn't it? Really lovely. And turn that one around for you. There we go. Beautiful. Very kind of designer look to this. You know, the sort of designer I'm talking about and thinking about maybe, that predominantly does lots of florals. There's that one, $4.99 for 24 sheets of that. Now this one is Bygone Blooms. Okay, now this is uncoated. So I think 2 of them are coated, the rest of them are uncoated cardstock. So again, 3 of each of these designs. Again, quite a kind of country cottage feel to it. I mean, you have got lots of distress and lots of shading going on here anyway, but because it's uncoated cardstock, you can add effects to it without any trouble at all. Lots of you loving this one this morning. You've got a damask appearance to some of them too. It reminds me of like vintage wallpaper. If you walk into like a stately home, a dining room in a stately home, and that's on the wall, that wouldn't look out of place. Neither would that, to be fair. Really lovely, very elegant, a little bit of script going on in this one as well. Gorgeous. You probably know the flowers. I'm not very good with my flowers, so apologies. And then the last set that we got there for you is that one, 3 of those. So 24 sheets, $4.99. If you wanted, maybe you've fallen in love with 2, 3 or 4 of them. But remember, you can multi-order the same, you can multi-order different, and the P&P always remains at £3.95. And honestly, if you've never used Adorable Scorable before, treat yourself. If you're thinking, well, it's cardstock, cardstock's cardstock. No, it's not. Adorable Scorable is the only cardstock that has got the bendable ink technology, so you can score it, make boxes with it, crease it, do whatever you want with it, and it will not crack. It will not. Okay, now yesterday, Keith was here, Mr. Paper Dynamics himself. Kilo Keith was in the building, and he brought some incredible deals, again with a nod to spring. We're all looking ahead to the brighter, longer days and the less rainy days as well. What should we look at first? Do you want to look at Sentiment Stash first? Okay. Sentiment Stash first of all. Now these are individually available, okay? You can only buy them as individuals and they're really, really affordable. Now these should be $17.99. You get 48 sheets, 12 designs, so 4 of each, £9. What? £9, and this is all cardstock. And not only printed, but printed and foiled. For £9. I mean, these you can put on the front of cards. You can also put them as inserts. Now to have this is not like very, very thin paper like inserts normally are. This is really good quality cardstock and printed beautifully at the top and bottom with the flowers and then foiled beautifully. The first blooms of spring always make my heart sing. And you get a few of those as well. Now this is nearly 50% off what the price should be. Hope your day is filled with happiness. How about this? Handmade with love. I mean, that could go on actually an object rather than a card. For someone special, with all my love, to a wonderful friend. I mean, all of these cards are 250 GSM. It's a mixture of foiling and printing as well, to be fair. To a wonderful friend, happy birthday. I mean, that's lovely, isn't it? To put that on a gift. Maybe you've got a box with something inside it. Maybe you put together, I don't know, like a little box full of smellies or goodies or you know, kind of health and beauty things. That on the top of the box will look absolutely gorgeous. Now we have less than 30 of these to go round. It was a busy afternoon yesterday for Keith. Best wishes. You can use your dies if you want to cut those out with fancy frame dies, or just trim them, or use them as they are, in the shape that they are. Sending love. I think these are all A5 in size as well. So happy birthday. You get a few of each of them, and quantity-wise, you are looking at, how many was it? 48, 12 designs, 4 of each, for just £9. Lots of you coming in for this, 250 GSM. So hello spring, let's welcome in spring in the next few weeks, and treat yourself to these fantastic printed and foiled sentiments as well. HF2105. Now, if you like this, you might well like your topper stash as well, because these are pretty special. Now this is the same in that you get 48 sheets, 12 designs, 4 of each, but this time it's images rather than words. But you can have the image on the front of the card and have the word sentiments maybe in the center. Now we only have a handful of these to go around. Oh, how cute. I used to stay on a sheep farm actually when I was working in Peterborough. A year or so ago. And they were just so gorgeous, round about kind of April, May time, seeing all the sheep in the field, seeing them grow. Absolutely adorable. And then you've got florals as well. I'm just flicking through a few at a time here. You don't want to see the same one 4 times. Look at these little cute birds. I mean, that's a picture, isn't it? It doesn't have to be a card. That could be in a frame. Really cute little Easter chicks. Then we've got the lambs again. So these are stunning, and they're all cardstock, remember, not paper, all card. Little donkeys, little deer, I think, as well, some flop-eared rabbits too. Lovely images. I don't know where Keith gets these from, but they are amazing. And of course, you can sell what you make, no trouble there at all. So that could be all year round, but again, I'm thinking Easter when I see rabbits, but that's just me. Wonderful florals. Again, you can die cut them with your nesting dies that you've got if you wanted to do that. That wouldn't be a problem. Isn't that beautiful? Maybe you weren't watching yesterday. I was in the car driving up yesterday afternoon, so I didn't actually see this show. But wow, what wonderful artwork this is. Melts your heart, doesn't it? Little chicks. So, so cute. Now, we've only got single figure stock left of this now, and then that will be it. It will be out of here and probably won't be seen again. £9 for 48 sheets. A5 in size, 50% off what the price should be. They should be £17. Is it £17 they should be? $17.99, so it's exactly half price. Half price deal, and when things are coming out, like fashion comes out a few weeks before the actual season begins, you don't expect to get discounts then. Well, it's the same with our cardstock and our themes here. You don't expect to get discounts when something is coming into fashion, like spring is now very much in our thoughts. Now, we've also got a pack assortment. Now, it's this one here, I think. Is that the one you mean? Yeah. Yeah. So this is basically just printed cardstock with wonderful floral images. So these could be for backgrounds. Now this isn't going to be a price either. How many sheets do you get here, Ellie? 32 sheets in this, 8 designs, 250 GSM. So you get 3 of each of these. Beautiful foliage there as well. And we're getting that price down. I don't know if you can you see the little lambs in there, the little rabbits in there as well? £6 for 32 sheets here. Absolute steal. Again, it's cardstock, it's printed beautifully. Do you want to use these in your journals, in your calendars, all that sort of thing? Little baby chicks and the eggs. We've got, again, single figure stock on these now as well. So Keith obviously had a very, very popular and busy afternoon yesterday. Here's your last chance to get hold of the last few of these. If you're quick, pop them in your basket, check out your basket, that confirms your order. So it's a mixture basically of flowers and little animal characters in here, and that's £6 for 32 sheets. Again, 250 GSM, so gorgeous, gorgeous quality. All of them, to be fair, would go together. Now, we've also got these sentiments. Now, these I think are great because you can easily, if you want to, trim these into 2. Now, these are the mini sentiments. Now, they actually make fantastic cards in their own right. If you scored this, I haven't got a scoring tool with me, but if I just fold this in half, I mean, this could be just a little note. You could send that in an envelope, put a little catch-up note inside it, and actually make these into little note-clip boxes if you want to. You could fold them like this, put them maybe 10 in a box, and charge a few pounds for them. You could do that. How many do you get in this? It's 30 sheets, isn't it? 30 sheets here. So you get just for you. You've got to the one I love, which is rather sweet. And trim them. Cut them in half if you want. That would then give you 60 elements, square elements. With love, with a little deer there as well. Really lovely. Again, they make great gift tags. Love and best wishes. This is not £4.99. We're dropping the price even more. We're going to go down to £3.50. £3.50 for all 30 of these tags or mini cards. With them, do with them what you wish. Dina's checked out in County Londonderry. Hi, Dina or Dinah. Crafter in Kent's also popped them in a basket as well. £3.50 for the whole lot. They're sweet, aren't they? And they're printed beautifully. They're trimmed to perfection. You can cut them in half. You can die cut them. You can fold them like I did earlier on to make little notelets. It's entirely up to you. But if you put 10 notelets in a box and charge, I don't know, £2.50 for that, that wouldn't be expensive. And you could do that 3 times. Yeah, quid's in. ID 2183 is the product code. It doesn't come scored. I've just done that to prove a point. But ID 2183 is your item number. Now, just quickly, have you got your HobbyMaker calendar? Have you got your HobbyMaker calendar for 2023? Now, we don't have many of these available. They've been hugely, hugely popular. The most important thing about this is not only being organised, and it's a great way of being organised, but it's also got a unique 20% off code printed on these Post-it notes, okay? Now you've got Post-it notes here and here in different sizes, so great for maybe leaving messages for the family, sticking them on the fridge, putting them on the side of kitchen cabinets. All of these vellum strips in the HobbyMaker colours are also repositionable. They've got low-tack adhesive on them, so you can use these to mark special dates or special weeks when you're going away for a weekend or something like that. Or you can put these on the calendar as well and maybe write on top of them if you wanted to too. Or you can use these in your bullet journals and your filofaxes, all those sort of things. And remember, month by month by month, you can just basically tear them off as you go. I love the fact it's an easel card. $9.99. It's half the price it should be, but let's face it, if you're going to buy something major, maybe you're going to buy a Gemini machine, maybe you're going to buy a Cricut maker that's like £450. With that 20% off discount code, which we've covered up so you can't see it, but yours will be very visible. With that code off a Cricut maker, you'll save 90 quid. So save that discount code for when you're maybe making multiple purchases of things, or you're buying a big investment piece, and save that 20% off. I mean, if you buy, say, 30 or 40 things during the day at HobbyMaker, all in one go, you can use that discount code on that order as well. It's for one order only at any time during 2023. That code is active. But yeah, get yourself organised, fly the flag for HobbyMaker. Loads of you have already got this. I've got mine at home now as well, and I have one as a gift for a friend, and they're over the moon with it. It comes flat like that, and you basically just pop it up like an easel card, and there it is on your craft desk. Looks the business, really well made, great quality. And when the stock of this is gone, we won't be doing it again until the same time next year, and it'll probably be a different style anyway. $9.99 TBEA 42. If you would like your HobbyMaker calendar. Maybe you bought one for yourself, you want to get one for crafty friends. Maybe you go to crafty get-togethers, have coffee mornings, things like that. Maybe New Year gifts. 0800 001 4433 will get you through to the call centre, or hobbymaker.co.uk is, of course, the website. Okay, now earlier, it always makes sense to start your day with us at HobbyMaker. 6 a.m. Monday to Friday, we're here with Wake Up to HobbyMaker. Then we're back at 1 o'clock in the afternoon after Sewing Street and Jewellery Maker. But we asked you to unscrabble an anagram. Basically, the words or the letters we showed you spell out a well-known crafty company that you see regularly here at HobbyMaker. And one person's going to win themselves a £25 credit on their HobbyMaker account by unscrambling the letters. Let's show you what we showed you. There we go. Unscrabble that. What could that be? The answer is... Hey. Surprise, surprise. I bet you got it. Crafter's Companion, they're here in about 10 minutes' time at 7 o'clock. But who has won the £25 account credit this morning? Yeah. Jodie Blackhurst. Morning, Jodie. Congratulations. You'll have a £25 credit on your account very, very soon. Well done. Congratulations. Thank you for taking part. What are you going to be spending your £25 credit on, I wonder? Maybe something in this show. Okay, it is Wake Up with HobbyMaker. In 10 minutes, we're launching a brand new collection with daisies and spring in mind with the lovely Debbie Fisher. That's going to be, of course, from Crafter's Companion. Should we go back to Francois stamps? Okay, let's have one quick last look at Francois stamps. Now remember, if you weren't with us at 6 o'clock, we've got to choose any three for $16.50 on Francois stamps, okay? So they're all pictured on the website. There are 9 to choose from. You can buy them individually for $6.75, but if you put 3 in your basket and you get to checkout, you will have them for just that price, brilliant price. So a reduction of around about £4 off the price. You save about £4. So $16.50 for any 3 of those, or you can buy them on their own for £6.75 each. Also, we have, remember, the little tag letters as well. The accessory bundle, that's got the little buttons. It's also got the little swirls, almost like cup ring marks, isn't it? A little bit like that. And then you've got those tags there. We've got less than 10 of this particular bundle left. And don't forget, we've got the stencils from Francois as well. I'll put them down somewhere here, though. So if you want those, they're available individually, or you can buy them as a set of 6. And if you want the whole lot, if you want all 9 sets of stamps, plus the 3 accessory stamps and the stencils, we can offer you that at a discounted price, saving best part of £15, £89.99, and it's also on split pay as well. PE2841 is the product code, and that's on 3 split pays, I believe. So that will be £29.99 today, plus your P&P, £29.99 in 4 weeks, and the final payment in 8 weeks. We're down now to the last few. We're into teens as far as availabilities go. So a really busy day yesterday afternoon for Francois and the team. It's just yours today for that first split payment of £29.99. Okay. Are we moving on to our daisies in a second? All right, we're going to move on to daisies with Crafter's Companion. That's at about 3 or 4 minutes time. Don't go away.
It's a new year, so that can only mean one thing.
It's time for those New Year resolutions.
And it's the perfect time to start a new hobby.
Jewellery Maker, Sewing Street and HobbyMaker are here whether you're starting something new or advancing your skills on a current hobby.
With all the tools you need to start, as well as expert demonstrations from our great guests.
Are you starting a new hobby this January? Share your new makes with us by tagging Jewellery Maker, HobbyMaker or Sewing Street using the hashtag #NewYearNewHobby.
And watch us every day from 8 AM to 1 PM on Jewellery Maker,
On HobbyMaker, 6 to 8 AM and 1 to 6 PM.
and 8 AM till 1 PM on Sewing Street. Want to know what's going on in the next show? Then head over to our website. Click on the TV guide. This will tell you who's presenting, which guest we have joining us, along with what's going on in each hour. If you ever miss a show, you can catch up by clicking on the day you missed and then click Watch This Show. You can also view what product was on and if it's still available to buy. Catch up on HobbyMaker.
HobbyMaker are proud to work alongside some of the biggest brands in the industry. Keep watching for these brands and many more here on HobbyMaker. Here at HobbyMaker, we love seeing what you've been making, and it's our job to keep you inspired. So how does a £100 credit to your HobbyMaker account sound? Every month, we're going to be giving away a £100 credit to one lucky HobbyMaker's account. And all you have to do to enter is simply send a photo of your crafty makes to studio@hobbymaker.co.uk. We will be picking one winner each month at random, and we'll announce the lucky winner on air in the 5 PM show on the last Saturday of every month. So what are you waiting for? Get crafting, get motivated, and get inspired with HobbyMaker.
If you've recently missed your favourite show on HobbyMaker, it's really easy to catch up on our website. Simply visit hobbymaker.co.uk and click TV Guide. Here you'll be able to choose any show broadcast in the last 7 days, which you can watch, pause and rewind at your convenience. And to make shopping even easier, any items featured in the show will appear underneath. With HobbyMaker's Catch Up, there's never a reason to miss out, no matter what time of day. Our call centre is based in the UK and available 24/7. Just call 0800 001 4433 or email help@hobbymaker.co.uk. Morning everybody, welcome back to HobbyMaker. It is Thursday morning. Thank you for tuning in, thank you for joining us, and you're going to be in for a bit of a treat. Now, we always like to get things first here at HobbyMaker. Sometimes we do, sometimes we don't. This is not only a first in the UK, it's a world first. No one, even in America, has seen what you're about to see. No one else in the UK has seen this until now. It's a brand new world premiere, world launch of the latest collection from Crafters Companion. Now, on these dark, wet, windy, horrible days, our thoughts go to spring. We think of spring. Happier days, brighter days, flowers blooming, the garden looking fantastic. That's what this is all about. Now, this is the latest collection from Crafters Companion. You know you're going to get amazing value for money and also amazing variety in here as well. And we don't have masses of quantity of this. We've got as many as we were able to get hold of. OV2005 is a product code, OV2005, and it's £90.88, but that is not the price you pay because you're watching HobbyMaker today. Let's get that price down. It is going to be less than £70. That's a massive saving. That's about a third off the price, isn't it? Wow. And you get the lot. Everything that you associate with spring and daisies, you are not going to be disappointed. You've got your 24 sheets of luxury linen A4 cardstock, 12 sheets of your flower forming foam to make your flowers. You've got dies, embossing folders, dies and stamps, everything daisy related, ribbon. You've got a 6x6 paper pad, 180 GSM in there as well. There's 36 sheets in there. When you see the boards and see exactly what you can do with this collection, you're going to love it. And it's on split pay as well. We've got it on 2 interest-free split pays. All you pay today is $34.99 if you want split pay. If you don't want it, you don't have to have it, but it is there. $34.99 plus your P&P. The whole bundle will be with you in a matter of days. It will be shipped to you straight away, and you've got it before anybody else in the world. We don't often have world launches. We often have launches, UK launches, but not world launches. This is not available anywhere else yet. You're getting it first with us at HobbyMaker. I haven't seen Debbie for weeks. Hello,
I know, it feels like forever, and I'm so excited to be here. I mean, not only a world launch, it's such a lovely collection, Dave.
It is.
I am a real flower girl, so I think having daisies in this nature garden is so pretty.
When I saw this, I just thought positivity.
Yes, absolutely. That's exactly what it is. And actually, January can be a little bit of a gloomy month, can't it?
Don't like January.
No, a lot of people don't. Apologies for everyone that has a birthday in January, because I know that's a good month for you. But apart from that, we go into that sort of dark, gloomy days of January, and we have all that excitement at Christmas, so we want something to look forward to. And
Yeah.
you're right, Dave, this is positivity. It makes you smile. It's pretty. It's exactly what we want for our crafting.
A daisy is a flower that smiles, as far
Yes.
as I'm concerned. I look at a daisy, it just makes me happy.
Absolutely, yes. It's so, so pretty.
Can you show us what we get?
Absolutely. Let's have a look at the board. So, daisy collection, you would expect all those elements. So what we have got is some beautiful daisy dies. Since I had this one, now I've had this collection for about the last month or so. So before Christmas, I was prepping with it. This die I've used time and time again. You're going to use it in everything, in all sorts of things. I've got embossing shows coming up later on, and I just think it's that one that you can use as that shadow die, that silhouette. It's beautiful. Then we've got your gorgeous, delightful daisies. Such a lovely one, this
Paper
one.
piecing.
Paper piecing, exactly,
Yep.
Dave. Yeah, you know it. It is absolutely gorgeous. Now, with that foam, we have beautiful flowers. I mean, you can cut this out of just normal, everyday cardstock, but use your foam and make these beautiful daisies. It's going to look incredible. I absolutely love this one. Now, we've done something a little bit different here. We've given you 2 outer edge dies put together. You can cut the whole thing out, but you can actually cut it onto the side of your card as well.
Oh, wow.
So it acts as an edgeable. So
Love it.
very different. You've got your stamp set and your dies with that one. Then you've got your accessory dies, all your embellishments here. So really gorgeous designs. You've got your butterfly, your dragonfly, that daisy. I love this daisy one. It comes in 2 parts. You've got an outside edge and a cut inside. So you can cut your base die and then layer it over the top. So that's a really nice one. Now, with all collections, you would expect to have a beautiful sort of a creator card type die. This one's a little bit different. It cuts in, but it also cuts out completely as well.
Love
so
it.
yeah, it's absolutely stunning, that one. Then your daisy edgeable. I love this one. It's very ditzy daisy, isn't
Yep.
it? It's got that beautiful design, really sweet, lovely design. You're getting ribbons in this collection that's going to coordinate with your papers. This embossing folder, I'm going to use this one in the first demo. It is absolutely gorgeous. It's 3D. It's just absolutely stunning. stunning. Then yes, your 6x6 paper pads that you're getting with that collection as well. And I think Dave will probably show you the paper pads. We've also got some vellums in this.
We have.
And we've also got a 12x12. And I'm just going to show you those 3 colours of foam. You might not be able to pick this up, but this one's got a really nice sort of, almost sort of like a sagey tone about it. So it's great for cutting out if you don't want to completely start white in your daisies. But you're getting those 3 different colours in your foam as well.
So the whole thing, the whole bundle, should be £90 and a few pence. OV2005. Today, the world launch here at HobbyMaker for this Daisy collection from Crafter's Companion is under £70 and on 2 split pays. $34.99 is all you have to give us today if you want to spread the cost of this interest-free. You'll get it in the next few days. You'll get it before anybody else. Over 20% off the price for something brand new, for something that everybody's thinking about making cards now. Springtime, daisies, everything floral. People are thinking about the springtime. Here's your chance to get this latest collection. And if I show you some finished cards, just to give you some inspiration, then I'll show you the paper pads quickly as well. But look at this. Hello you, but these are the foam daisies. The dies will cut out the foam perfectly time and time and time again. If you want more of the foam, if you know that's what you're going to run out of first, you can add more foam into your order. All of the components are individually available on the website. But if that isn't positivity, if that's not making you smile, giving you everything that's optimistic, very, very optimistic. And look at this embossing folder, look at this. Isn't that amazing? A little bit of accent colouring on the tips. The yellow centre to it too, really beautiful. Totally different effect with this one. Here we've got more of, as Debbie was saying, the ditzy daisies. And then this one, look at this. Love this idea with that frame, with that kind of distressed rolled edge to the frame. Really lovely. Who doesn't love a daisy? You know, and if you're selling your cards, you know it's going to be a very, very popular theme that people will absolutely love. Can I quickly, before we move on to demo, which we will do any second, I just want to show you the vellums and I also want to show you the 12x12 paper pad. Now, none of these, these do not come in the main collection, okay? But they are available as separate purchases. So if you do fancy, if you've already bought the main collection with us and you've checked out and you've put the phone down or logged off or whatever, if you order this again, order this now, you won't pay any more P&P than $3.95 because it's capped per day, remember, no matter how many things you order. But maybe you're just a lover of the paper pads and you love collecting the paper pads. You've got florals on one side and then more of like a background on the reverse. You've got like wooden planks here that you can see, kind of distressed wood. Really lovely. 12x12, double-sided paper pad, 36 sheets in total, £14.99. £14.99, brand new paper pads. I think paper pads lately, Debbie, from Crafter's Companion, they've just gone off the charts. They're amazing.
Absolutely. We've become quite famous for them and we call them the Faper pad now because Faye is the person that actually designs them. And they're so beautiful. We can always tell a Faper pad.
Absolutely. Stunning, aren't they? Just $14.99 for 36 sheets, all double-sided. So you've got more of a kind of floral image on one side, more of like a background for your card making and so on the reverse. $14.99, that's your 12x12. And of course, the 6x6 is basically a smaller version of this, same artwork. And then the vellums, this is something you don't often see. Vellum that's been printed beautifully, 150 GSM, and you've got 24 sheets of 8x8, and this is only £12.99. But obviously, as vellum and parchment, totally translucent, but gorgeous, gorgeous images to kind of combine and work beautifully well with that 12x12 pad I've just shown you. So these are, size-wise, 8x8. Lovely, aren't they? RA2019, if that's all you want, if you love your kind of outdoor effects and your floral meadows, that sort of thing, then that's what this is all about. £12.99. $12.99 RA2019 is your product code. There is a smaller bundle on the website as well if you want to have a little look at that. It'll break down what you get in the smaller bundle as well. But the big bundle is where the best value for money is, with maybe the 12x12 pad and those vellums included too. All right, Debbie, what do you want to show us?
Yeah, let's get started. I've got to use that embossing folder to start with because it's so beautiful and so detailed. If you love embossing folders like me, I want to show you just how simple you can make this. So I'm going to use use the embossing folder, and I'm also going to use that gorgeous daisy die. So this is our dainty daisy. So let's pop that one to the side to start with, and then we're just going to emboss this. Now I'm just going to pop a piece of white. Now this is just our multi-purpose cardstock, so I'm popping that through, 300 GSM. I would say if you're using an embossing folder, you want to use a fairly heavy weight. If you're using paper, it's just not gonna, it's gonna crimple it a bit more. So always use a good quality cardstock. Now with a 3D embossing folder, you're gonna need your plastic shim, your magnetic shim, and then you're gonna put your top cutting plate over the top. And then we're just gonna offer that into the mouth of our machine, let that run through. If you've got a different machine to what we've got with the Gemini, just refer to your user manual, and that will tell you what a 3D embossing folder takes.
And if someone said to me, what's your favourite flower, or what flower makes you happy, it would either be sunflower or daisy.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I mean, I love lilies, but they're not necessarily happy flowers, but certainly the daisy and
I love a daisy.
sunflower.
It's funny, isn't it? Yeah, it's one of those really nice ones. So as you open it up, now look at that. That level of embossing that you get is quite incredible. To be able to see that on white cardstock just shows the level of depth that you get on there. And just for anyone that's wondering what the difference is between a 2D or a normal embossing folder to a 3D, it's just sculptured, so you get different levels rather than just that up and down level. Now I'm going to use something that we don't normally use on embossing folders, and that's our alcohol pens, because these really lend themselves to just doing quick colouring that you don't have to worry too much about. Now all I'm going to do, I've took my brush pen to start with, which is just from our tri-blends, and I'm literally just going to flick in from the corner, so really quickly. But what I want to do is I'm just adding that shadow. So this couldn't be more simple. It is just using a really light touch. We can come in then from the tips as well, and all this is going to do is just highlight that shadow.
And don't forget, all of the products that Crafters Companion have available to us are in their brand shop on our website. So if you go to hobbymaker.co.uk and just look for Crafters Companion in the brand shop, everything will be there that's available. All your adhesives, these pens that Debbie's using, the ink pads, all that sort of thing that Crafters Companion are famous for. There we go, look. Including this offer today that's brand new and a world exclusive to us. The delightful Daisies, debuting today.
Absolutely. So we're just adding that darkness in. I'm just going to flick over the top of that as well, just to lighten that down a bit more. And what I would say is never be frightened of how something looks. Continue with that look all the time. Then I'm just going to bring in this one is our burnt orange. So I'm going to start off with this one, and we're just going to come in around that edge. So I don't want to do too much, because we're then going to lighten that down. I'm going to then come in with my citrus blend with my darkest colour, and I'm going to go over the top of that.
See, this is how good alcohol pens are at blending. You can't see any lines or anything like that. They just fuse together beautifully.
Yeah, so they are. They're just incredible, but they look really good when you're able to blend that in. But look at that. We've already started to get that ombre effect, that shadow effect. We could go in with a little bit darker, just put some dots around the edges, and you're just going to build that colour up like so, and you can keep going over. We can then go over those dots. It's just going to blend those in, and they'll just look realistic then.
Yeah, totally.
And then the other thing you want to do is just to tone in your edges, go in with just the top piece. You know, don't need a lot really. You're just highlighting the top of your petals, just like so. So it's a really nice, easy, relaxing sort of technique to do, especially on embossing folders, because it's so raised, the detail. It's going to really, you're going to be able to follow that really simple.
And also, you don't have to be, an artist. If you can hold a pen and just do flicks, that's all you need to do.
Absolutely. And then when you've done it all, one round.
That's amazing.
Yeah, now you can see when it's all done, exactly that same technique, just by doing that. And that's what I'm saying. When I started this, Dave, I thought, I don't know if I like that. But when you continue, bring it all up, you really highlight that whole page, which looks amazing. Actually, I've just noticed, if you put two together, you could get a full daisy out of that. Look at that.
That works.
It does work, definitely. Now, what I want to do is I'm going to pop this onto some of our cardstock. So the only different thing I've brought in is some of our matte black cardstock. You'll find it on the web. Go and shop for this, because because it's great for this collection, especially when you put, look how different that looks, just putting it over that black. Then we can put it onto our yellow cardstock as well. So we're really framing all of that. And you can see I've got a bit, this is coming up. I've purposely done that and I'll show you why in a little while. And the next thing, want to bring in this die. So let's bring this one in, and I've literally been so frugal, look, with my cardstock, and then just fit that one on. And actually, oh no, I can't see them. I thought I'd brought in my smaller plates, but I'm just going to pop that onto there and run that one through. So nice and easy. And in fact, a lot of these dies, Dave, will fit through the mini. So if you've got the mini or the MIDI or an A5 cutting machine, all of these dies, embossing folder, everything will work through those.
And do remember, of course, if you want the Gemini machine, we've got all the different sizes available on the website as well. But if you go for the HobbyMaker calendar, you're going to get that 20% discount code on the pages of the calendar. Use it towards maybe a big investment like the machine or maybe a cricket machine or something like that. You save yourself a fortune.
Yeah, absolutely. So look at this. I mean, it's just a really pretty design. And it also does the indentation as well. So all this embossed detail is going to come out in your actual die. And we're going to do exactly the same on this as what we did with our embossing folder. So it's just a case of using those flicks. I mean, I'm really being quite quickly. You don't have to do anything too sort of strenuous or too in-depth on these. It is just a case of adding that colour in, putting that colour into the bottom there, and you'll just get beautiful designs each time.
If you're just surfacing, just waking up, got a lot going on, lots of family action, doing the breakfast, all that stuff, and you've got us on in the background. This is a world launch. No one else has seen this until today. You're going to be one of the first people in the world to actually get hold of this. $69.99, and it's on 2 split pays as well. And it's everything that we love about spring and summer, the daisies, the brightness, the cheerfulness, the positivity. $34.99 your first split payment of 2. Next payment comes off your card this time next month, okay? OV2005.
Right, so when you've done that, Dave, now what I've done is cut out a few more, and I've just added 2 more onto that, so it actually creates a little topper. I wanted it a little bit thicker, and the reason being because I want it to sort of really weigh itself up against that embossing folder. So let's pop those all together. We're going to just stick these on top of each other. So let's use, I'm just using my tape pen. You will find these as well, so make sure you grab yourself some black cardstock and some tape pens, because they are literally going to be your best friend. Now with this one, Dave, what I also want to do, I want to do something a little bit different. So I'm going to take my pokey tool and literally curl that around. And that's going to just give me that holding point at the edge there. And then I'm just going to stick that down, but without sticking that piece in. And all this is going to do, it just adds extra lift, dimension, and it also means you can do that a little bit more with your card as well. So I'm going to pop that onto there, just to really frame all of that. Just give that a good rub down. Now you could use a wet glue, which will help hold that, but as long as you use your heat from your hands to work down into that tape, the tape is going to stick that perfectly.
Hi Stella, hi Yasmin, both of you putting them in your baskets at the moment. The brand new world launch of the Daisy collection from Crafter's Companion. Yasmin's checked out, congratulations.
Not taking any chance.
No. Get in early.
Absolutely.
Now we've got stock, but we don't have a massive amount of stock. I know you've developed this for the USA and also for your own stores and that sort of thing as well. But we've got it exclusively here at HobbyMaker before anybody else, which is lovely.
Yeah, it's always nice, isn't it, when you sort of can get in, and it's so nice that we can bring that to the channel as well. So I'm just going to pop this up. I love this. Dave, I'll go through the paper pad with you in a bit more detail. Oh, you already did, Dave.
Yeah, I did.
Apologies, you already did it. I blinked and missed it, see. But what I love about it, the backs of the papers have got all this wood grain, which just look amazing.
We will go through everything you get in the bundle in a second, just so you can see everything in its packaging and so on. But it's a beautiful collection with a saving of about 20% off the price, which is great.
So I'm just going to offset this to the side. I'm just going to make sure I've got my card open in the way I want it, so we don't get an Australian card.
That embossing folder image is, I love that.
It's amazing, isn't it? And it looks so cool and so easy to do. Honestly, you will love it. Then we've got our daisy, which we're just going to offset to the side. And then what I've also done in the pack, so this one here, you've got your outside daisy edge. You've got your Hello You inside there. So you've got your dies. So I've just cut them out and I've just mat and laid them a couple of times just to make them a bit bigger so they sort of pop out. So we're just going to pop that in. Now what I am going to use is my dotty tape pen, just because that's only going to adhere the dots to where I want them.
I love that sentiment. It's really endearing, isn't it? Hello, hello
it's
you.
so hello you. It's got that. It's like a certain way you have to say it as well, isn't it? Yeah, I love it too. It is endearing. It's just a happy sentiment. And actually, what it does mean is you can just send it to someone just to say hello.
Yeah.
So let's pop that on there. Then we're going to pop this one into place as well. So again, I'm just going to use those dots to go down that centerpiece. And then that one can stick right onto the middle. Now, because we have left this little bit here, all I've done, and I'll show you these later on, but I've actually made, so from the daisy die, I've just made another daisy, again, just followed the actual design, and we're going to just tuck that underneath.
I'm just thinking as well, there are numerous charities that use daisies as their symbols. So
Yes,
it may
that's
well be
true.
that you want to make cards to raise funds for those sort of causes and charities. That would be a nice little touch.
Yeah, absolutely. And then I've just coloured the leaves in the same colour as I used on the actual base. So we're just going to tuck those under. And I've got one more to put on the other side to finish off. And there we go. So you can do as much or as little as you want. But there you go.
That is stunning. If I received that card, I'd absolutely adore it. I'd never put that away in a drawer because it's just so bright and cheerful and positive.
Absolutely, yeah. And that's just a few of the pieces that you get in that collection. It's just amazing. You're going to love it so much.
Some of you are asking for some of the individual item numbers. So let's go through bits and pieces that are available separately. Actually, everything is available separately. I know lots of you are adding an extra pack of the flower forming foam into your order. But if I don't think we're going to have any of these left this afternoon. I'll be very surprised if we do. If you've fallen in love with that embossing folder and that demonstration that Debbie's just done, the embossing folder on its own is available at the moment for £4.99, and that's a delivered price if you've already bought something. If you haven't bought anything today, it's just £3.95 P&P, but then that's your P&P sorted for the rest of the day, okay? If you call back later on in 2, 3, 4 o'clock for something else, you won't pay any more P&P than that £3.95. £4.99, that is not going to be here this afternoon. That's going to sell out. ZW2084 if you want that really beautiful daisy embossing folder. Denise is in, Sue's in, hello Nadine, hello Julie, you're all coming in for this. It's going to go any minute now. Okay, so from that, should we go to, what do you want to go to next, Ellie? Dainty Daisy, which one's that? Okay, I'll bring them all over. Let's do them this way. Yeah, so this is the Dainty Daisy first of all. So this is your die. That's the other element that Debbie put onto the card. So there's your Dainty Daisy die, nothing stopping you cutting that out maybe half a dozen times, having a bunch of them as well, put them in little flower pots if you wanted to. Now we haven't got many of these either. Lots of you are going for the main collection. That's where the best value and the savings are. If you want that die, that's only £5.99, the price on that one. DQ2093. Next to that, we've got your daisy chain. Now this is an edgeable, okay? So this is the one that, that Debbie called like ditzy daisies because it's a beautiful, beautiful cut-in. Cuts out on the right-hand side, stays in and attached to the cardstock on the left-hand side. £5.99 for that one. All of these prices are ridiculous. They're so affordable. And again, you're the first person to have a chance of ordering this, first person to get hold of it. RJ2074. Jeanette likes this one. So does Jean. And hello, Crafter in Lanarkshire. You're all in for this. That edgeable. That is RJ2074. Then we go next to, got a couple here actually. Okay, now this one's lovely, the spring border. Now, as Debbie pointed out, you've got the outside cutting edge is a separate die. So if you want to cut the panel out, you can make a beautiful DL sized or DL shaped panel. If you don't use the cutting edge, it stays attached to the cardstock. So again, really lovely. This is also just £5.99. IZ 2012. IZ2012, £5.99 gets you that beautiful border. 2 dies in there. Then we go on to our metal dies for the daisies themselves. Now these, I would certainly be tempted to use these with the flower forming foam because you can make your own 3-dimensional daisies beautifully. You can make them out of vellum, make them out of cardstock, paper, even tissue paper, but foam is absolutely brilliant. £9.99, but look at how many dies you've got here. You've got the dies to give you the detailed centres. You've got your foliage, different shapes and different sizes of petals as well, and flower heads. But isn't that lovely? 8 dies in there, £9.99 is your price for that one. And that's good for, of course, home decor and things like that, decorating picture frames, all that sort of thing. Beautiful. Who doesn't love a daisy all year round? HT 2092. Then we go to our stamp and dies. Okay, so this is the stamp. And then you've got the die to cut out the image, and this is actually the one that's in 2. So if you wanted to actually just cut out the outside edge and leave it attached to the cardstock, you could do that if you wanted to. If you want to cut the whole thing out, use it like a topper, you've got that option as well. You've also got, of course, some little sentiments there as well. So for that stamp set and die set together, under a tenner is crazy and a remarkable value for money. That's AL2034, okay? £9.99 for that one. I've done the embossing folder, so let's go down to this one. Now this one is the Charming Daisy. Now this is the one that when I saw it, I just thought paper piecing because the petals are open. You've got lots of kind of line work around the flower, so easily paper pieced if you wanted to do that. £5.99 for that one. That's a big die for the money. PS2046. If you want that embossing folder, we've got 3 of those remaining on the embossing folder, so if it's in your basket, please do check out. This one is spring accessories. So this has got your butterfly, your dragonfly, and your flowers there as well. All 3 of those themes for £5.99, LG2046. They're all on the website. If you've missed a product code, don't worry. But of course, most of you seem to be wanting to go for the big collection. We've got the ribbon, if you want that extra set of ribbon. 3 strips, you've got 1.5 meters in total, so half a meter on each of the yellow, the green, and that beautiful blue. £4.99 for your ribbon. And that's VT2073 if you want some more of that, because all of these colourways match and coordinate beautifully. And then lastly, the 6x6 paper pad that you're going to get in the collection as well. If you want another one of those, or just that on its own, it's exactly the same artwork as in the 12x12, just smaller. That's £5.99. 180 GSM, and you've got 36 sheets in there of the 6x6. And then don't forget the flower forming foam at the back. You get 12 sheets in there in 3 different colourways. You've got that kind of sage, a beautiful leaf green, and then a white. So perfect for the petals of your daisies and the foliage as well. 12 sheets of that for just £9.99. GC2035. That will be in the main bundle, but it is available as an extra. And then we've got the luxury linen card pack finally as well in your sunflower or your daisy colours. Different shades of green, different shades of blue. £14.99, that lovely burnt orange down the bottom there as well. £14.99 for this, and you've got 24 sheets, and it's got that beautiful linen texture. Now, individually, all those items that I've just shown you individually will not be around for long, but the best value always, it's why we have the biggest stock of it, is the main collection, which is its world premiere today here at HobbyMaker. Embossing folder's gone. Congratulations if you got that. The only way you can get it is in the big bundle. And the exciting thing is we're giving you 20% off this world premiere launch of the daisies, thinking very much of spring. We're always a season ahead in the craft world, aren't we? If not, sometimes 2. Let's get that price down from over 90 to under 70 and on 2 split pays as well. So just £35 to find today, or $34.99 plus your P&P, and then it's on its way straight away. The next payment comes off your card in 4 weeks' time. Now, before we go back to Debbie, which we will do very, very quickly, we have got a stamping starter kit, which is something that Crafters Companion have been asked for. Bearing in mind it's New Year, and lots of people are looking for new crafting hobbies, new ideas, new things to get up to. This should be, all in, £63. What you're going to get is what's become basically a revelation in the stamping world, a platform, which makes stamping so much easier. Acrylic blocks have got their place, and rocker blocks are great as well, but a stamping platform just means if you can put a little bit of pressure, the sprung-loaded platform just helps you deliver even stamping and get the best results. That is included in the bundle. You get your noir black waterproof dry ink, so your waterproof ink. So if you're using like watercolors or paints or anything like that, this is going to be steadfast. It's not going to smudge. It's not going to, smudge or anything like that. You're also going to get a couple of stamp sets to get you started as well. Sassy and Classy. And you've also got your True Friends and Dress to Impress. So these two stamp sets are coming your way as well, part of the Sassy and Classy range. If I just turn them around, you can see what the stamps actually look like. There we go. So kind of, for those sort of people that love to kind of dress up, take a pleasure in their appearance, all that sort of thing, that's what you've got here. Now this should be over £60. Today you get the stamping platform, the ink pad and these two stamp sets for $29.99, and that's PQ 2045. So a really good 50% saving on that, and that will get you stamping perfectly every single time. All right, Debbie, stamping platforms are life-changing, aren't they?
Oh, absolutely. It's amazing. And can I just say, anyone that's not stamped before and it's a new craft that they want to do, that's a brilliant bundle to get into. Yeah, especially as it's half price. Those stamps are great to stamp with. The stamping platform, well, I've got a bigger one in the studio with me, but I'll show you exactly how you use it. It is just amazing. So treat yourself as well, especially if you've gone for the sunflower collection, because that added extra on, you don't pay any more postage for, so it's really worthwhile getting today.
Now, the brand new World Premiere collection, the Daisy collection today, no one else has seen this. We've got it first. We don't always get things before everybody else, but in this instance, we do have a world premiere of the brand new Daisy collection. We're thinking springtime, brighter days, sunshine, positivity, happiness. That's what a Daisy says to me, and that's what you've got here. And remember, the embossing folder, the only way you can get that now is in the big bundle, where you've got everything that you need to make fantastic three-dimensional daisies, and just colour them in and have fun with them, basically.
Absolutely, and I know that obviously everyone has their budget, but if you can go for that full collection, it's the best value that you can get, and you will get that embossing folder, which you'll absolutely love. Now, I'm going to be using the Daisy Bloom. Now, I love this one because it is that one that comes with a stamp, so you're getting your stamp set in there, you're getting your two different dies. Now, your two different marked dies gives it more versatility, so it means that you can cut round half of one on one side if you want, or you can put them both together and cut these sides out, or you could just use your small one to cut a little bit out, which is what I'm going to do. So I'm going to pop that back on there, and then we're going to stamp first. I like to stamp first. You can cut, it doesn't really matter. What I would say is that have your piece of card. So I've just cut myself a piece of A6 card. I'm going to just lay my stamp on there to start with, because I want to position this where this is going to cut down lengthwise.
Right.
So I want to make sure that roughly, it doesn't really matter too much, but you want to sort of do it so it's going to be, so I'm going to pop that round, right round like this. So roughly my flower is going to go like this on my card. Okay. And it is just a rough impression, because it really doesn't matter that that's not completely straight. So we're just going to pop that on there, and then we're going to bring our stamping platform down. So it's spring loaded, so you've got all these feet round. This one is bigger than the one you're getting in that Discovery bundle, but they work exactly the same way. So you're just going to press down, pick up your stamp, so you've got your stamp straight away. I love that you've got a grid, because then you've got precision on there. And then I'm going to bring in that ink pad as well. So let's stamp that down. So we're just going to bring that down, all that ink on there. I feel like I've got something on there because it's took that ink there very well. It's got that big sort of patch, but I'm sure that will be fine. So I'm just going to push that down, and just walk your fingers all around that image, just like so. And then you get that beautiful image come out.
Perfect.
So let's take that away. Now, what I also love about this is with the Daisy collection, especially, Dave, is it's a really simple design to colour in, because daisies are white.
Yes.
So you don't have to do too much. And actually, the choice is yours. If you want to turn it into a pink daisy, you want a blue daisy, you can
actually make it into a gerbera as well.
Absolutely, that's a great idea. You could definitely do that, yes. Especially if you're you're doing the, if you're cutting out the die, just layer lots on top and it would, yeah, it would be amazing. And then all I'm going to use, I'm going to do that flicking motion, but I'm using a bit of blue because the background, when you think of sort of a sky blue, it's going to reflect onto there. And again, all I'm doing is going round and just flicking that little bit of colour. It's almost just like getting that reflection in there. And by using this, if you like watercolours, you'll get this effect, but actually you can get quite a good watercolour effect. And then if you just dot around, sort of all around your image, once you've coloured it in, you're going to get one like this. So you can see it's just a case of bringing it to life, which is incredible. Now, with your side piece, so I've shown you that one straight away, you can die cut this. So you'll just pop that round onto your side, which cuts out your next piece. And then you can mat and layer it. So that one, can you see? Now, you could do it two ways. You could put this, let me bring I did have a piece of black cardstock, but, no, I don't know what I've done with my black cardstock. Let's just pretend I haven't cut that piece. If you wanted to stick that down, you could stick that onto there and then die cut it out. Because we've got the power of the Gemini, you would be able to go through those two pieces and just cut it off. And then you could edge it with a black marker. Right. But the way I've done it, I've cut it out just like so. And then I've done this as a fussy cut. So I've placed this onto here. And then I've just fussy cut with a little pair of snips and just go around roughly round the edges.
Doesn't it make a difference having the black edge?
Yes, and then you just get that black. And it's why I say, like, if you can, just pop some of that extra black cardstock into your basket as well. So we're just going to stick these two pieces together. We're going to use some of those beautiful papers because they truly are amazing. They're the sort of papers that you are going to be using time and time again because they are so pretty. And I love that we've brought blues into this collection as well as those sort of yellows. It's so pretty. So
I wouldn't have thought of using the blue pen, but it does work, doesn't it? It's very effective.
Yeah, very effective, yeah. Almost looks a little bit, especially as we've done the sprinkling around the edges, it looks a little bit sort of like water, raindrops. So let's pop this on. So our Craig made a very bold statement by saying that this is his favourite one yet.
Really?
Yes.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
Ellie's saying that as well in the gallery, our producer this hour. I think also daisies are appropriate for everybody.
Absolutely.
For men and women,
yes.
young and old.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. And even for those hard cards, sympathy cards, it's a nice one because, you know, sometimes we need to just think lovingly about people that have passed, don't we, rather than the sadness. And sunflowers, daisies really do that. So we're just using this on the top. Now, the other thing in this collection as well, you've got your little butterfly die, as well as embellishments, which is your butterfly. You've also got a little one here. I think
also a lot of people think of daisies as like childhood memories, making daisy chains.
Oh, that's so true. Yeah, I actually remember from my daughter, my eldest daughter, I mean, she'll be 30 this year, but I remember her being quite a tomboy and I remember her having a birthday party. My son and her there's a week less than 2 years between them. And I remember them having a birthday party and outside on the green, all my son's friends were rough and tumbling on the floor and all my daughter's friends were all on the other side and they were making daisy chains. But where was my daughter? She was rough and tumbling with the boys.
Bit of a tomboy, was she?
She was definitely a tomboy, yeah, absolutely. I did have another butterfly and I've lost my other butterfly, but we'll just stick this one on. So let's just use this one, just going up the middle, adding that butterfly on there. And then all I've done with, I've lost everything this morning, Dave. It's really not like me.
I mean, this studio is not the biggest studio in the world, but things do disappear.
Absolutely. It's really weird. I had it all. So what I did is I cut out the U because on here, although you get the Hello You, you also get a set of stamps on here as well. So you've got your U here, and your love. So I've got my love in the corner. So I've done Love You. I'm here clear for you, and then gorgeous you as well.
Perfect.
So all of those play on those words. And there we go. There's our second card of the morning.
Well, it's just after 7:30. If you're just servicing and waking up with HobbyMaker, I'm Dave. The lovely Debbie's here as well. Debbie's first show here with us of the new year. And what a brilliant way to see in the new year. I know it's, a couple of weeks old now, isn't it, nearly? But this Daisy collection, love it. As soon as I saw the theme of it, I thought, right, that's going to be up everybody's street.
Yeah.
The whole thing, just $69.99. It's a world premiere today. Even the USA's not seen this yet. No other shops have got it yet. We've got it ahead of absolutely everybody. So buy it here today. Save yourself a 20% reduction. And it's also on 2 split pays as well to make it easier. So you can spread the cost with one payment today, $34.99, one payment in 4 weeks' time. Now, we do have a slightly smaller bundle. Now, the good news is, if you want to go for the smaller bundle, all of this is in the main bundle, of course. But if you just, excuse me, if you just like the idea of these 4 items, we can let you have them, again, at a great price. $30.96 is what it should be. We're going to bring that price down, though, to a much lower price of $26.99. Now, the good news is this includes the embossing folder. Now, that has sold out on its own. No stock of it individually, but if you want to get a smaller bundle that's got this in, this bundle is $26.99 and includes the embossing folder. It includes these dies, which are your blossoming dies. So these are the ones that you can obviously use with the flower forming foam if you wanted to, or you can use your cardstock. It's entirely up to you. You're also going to get the stamp and die set with the Hello You. Excuse me. That's included. And you're also going to get your 6x6 paper pad as well. So this is basically a scaled down version of the bundle. And that altogether, including importantly the embossing folder that did sell out individually, all of that together for £26.99, okay? And that's BL2005. But bearing in mind, okay, with split pay, you pay just a little bit more than that $26.99. Granted, it's 2 payments, but the first payment on split pay would be $34.99, and then you've got everything. You've got the embossing folder, you've got all the dies, all the stamps, the ribbon, the flower forming foam, the linen cardstock, the whole thing there at an unbelievable price, saving you 20% on this world launch. And that is going to be $34.99, your first split payment of 2 if you want to go for the whole bundle today. But on the screen, the smaller bundle, $26.99, that's BL2005. Hello to Kaz in Somerset, Sue in West Yorkshire, Janet in Staffordshire, Christine in North Yorkshire, Maria in Oxfordshire just checked out as well. Lots of you going for this particular collection right now, BL2005. Just call the call centre, free phone number on a mobile and landline, 0800 001 4433. If you'd rather do it on your laptop or on your tablet or your smartphone, just go to hobbymaker.co.uk. They will, of course, if you haven't shopped with us before, just ask for your email address and then you can make up a password and then you can order that way as well, absolutely free of charge to order. And split pay will be on the website as well as on our free phone number too. All right, Debbie.
Yes, right. Next, I want to show you that beautiful edgeable die. We're quite renowned now for edgeable dies, and they are beautiful. Now, anyone that's not seen edgeable die, they're new to you. What they are is they are a die that has an outside cutting edge, so the die will run from this point all the way around the top to this point here. But all of this, even though you can see it's cutting out, it doesn't cut out completely. It just cuts in that beautiful design. So this one is our daisy chain, and I'm going to use it twice. So the first thing I want to do is I've measured my card to 6 inches, so I know that my die will fit onto there. You've got those beautiful points at each end which guide you exactly where you want to put it. All you have to remember is to see where your cutting edge of the die is, because if I was to put this edge this way round, right, because you would think that would naturally show your daisies down the edge, that's the wrong way. What it will do is cut that out completely.
Right.
So you want to turn it round to where your cutting edge is going to cut down the side. So I'm going to open up my card front. That's going to first of all cut down the front of my card here. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to just place that going down. Now you can use your glass mat as a guide, so just to make sure that we've got that going down the side. But I can see by the 2 leaves touching, that's pretty much how I want it to be. So all I'm going to do now is I want to take this in 2 places, just to make sure it's really secure. So hold that down there. We're then going to just bring a piece of tape in there. And what I'd also suggest is just bringing your tape to the outer edge. That way, if it does embed itself into your cardstock, because pressure of the Gemini, it sometimes does, it's not going to ruin your design.
I'm just thinking as well, Debbie, if anyone watching at home, you bought the calendar and you've not used your 20% discount code on your calendar yet, then if you're going to go for this, you'd save £14 off that price.
Wow, that's amazing.
Use your 20% discount code. It's only on the calendar, so if you want to get the calendar, order it today. It's on the website right now. It's only £9.99. But yeah, so instantly you'd be £5 better off by buying the calendar and using your discount code on this purchase.
That's a brilliant idea. Yeah, absolutely. I love that you've got that split pay as well, because it just makes it really affordable for everyone. So I'm just going to snip that top bit in. So just where that takes my end piece to. So that gives me my first cut. And then all you're going to do is do exactly the same. So let me just take my pieces off there. Again, making sure that your cutting line, which is that way round, you'd cut then down the opposite side of your card.
Yeah.
That's then going to give you your base card. So if I bring this one in, you can see, it just saves me actually doing that. Bringing in that base card, but look how pretty that is. I mean, I remember years ago, Dave, the only way you could achieve cards like this was to have them laser cut, or to buy cards that were laser cut.
And they were expensive.
They were very expensive,
Yeah.
absolutely. Then again, let's use some of those pretty papers. Now, I've backed mine onto cardstock. I've gutted out the middle bit because you want to be quite frugal with your cardstock. I love the linen effect cardstock on here. It's just a really nice design. It's nice colours. It's going to match very well. I've got quite a collection now, Dave, of all our linen cardstock packs.
Yeah.
And it's such good cardstock just to have for all your generic colours, for what you can use with all sorts of collections.
And it's 250 GSM as well, so a really good weight. But the fact you've got the linen touch, the linen feel to it,
Yes.
is a lovely, lovely feature.
Yeah, and I don't know if anybody knows, but on linen cardstock, it would be pointless to show you, but there's a smoother side to one on the other.
On the back,
So
yeah.
so on the back of linen cardstock, it's easier to stamp. So if you wanted to stamp your sentiments onto it, use the smoother side on the back, and then you can get some really cool sentiments onto coloured cardstock as well.
Good tip.
Right, so we're going to pop that into there, and then we've got our panel for the middle. So you can see, just by a simple positioning of our cardstock, we've got a beautiful card, and you could do this out of any of the colours of the cardstock that's in them. They're just going to look amazing. So we're just going to pop that right into the centre. So already we've got such a beautiful cardstock. Now, what I am going to do, I've just got a little bag here with my little pieces. So let me just, I thought I took all these pieces out. Now what I have done is I've already gone ahead and cut some of these, but I've also cut some out of the green cardstock, so that green. But what I've done with these ones, I've just added a little bit of glitter around the edges, so they're actually, you can see sort of it glittering. And then we've just cut a few of these out. I did tell you this was going to be one of my favourites. I tend to be using it quite a lot. So all I want to do is I want to position these at the side. So we're going to pop these into the middle, just like so.
They're big enough as well. If you've got like a real plant pot, a plastic or a little terracotta plant pot at home, you could actually kind of put them in that and make little ornaments for the home out of
Oh,
it.
I love that idea. Yeah,
On the kitchen windowsill, they'd look good.
Yeah, they're going to look amazing, aren't they? Now I'm going to lay those two flat. So I am going to use my dotty tape pen. I'll use this cardstock just to add those dots in. So let's just pop them up there and stick that one down. So I'm going to position both of them because I want them to meet in the centre. So let's pop that one down first.
We have actually got a tape pen bundle, I believe, in the show. Is it the dotty tape pens, or is it it's the ordinary ones? Okay, yeah. So this is the strip adhesive, £9.98, and you're going to get 3 for the price of 2. There should be £4.99 each, but you're going to get 3 of the tape pens, and there's 22 metres on each pen, by the way. So that's 66 metres of adhesive, not the dots, but the straight adhesive strips. VH 2068 if you want to stock up on that right now. If you've already bought something today, that's a delivered price. Otherwise, your £3.95 P&P applies.
So what we're going to do with this green one, Dave, I want to slightly shadow it because I want this one to look like it's right at the forefront of both of them. So by using that, if I turn it over, you'll be able to see it a bit better. Look at that when you create that shadow behind it. It just brings lot more, yeah, it just gives it so much more depth. And I'm also going to use, oh, I'm not because I haven't got, you know what, I took it out thinking I won't need them today as my tape roll. So, oh, I know what I've got, Dave. I have got my 3D glue gel.
Okay.
So we can use that one. So 3D glue gel, foam pads, they're all going to add that sort of definition to where you put them. So I'm just going to place that just over there so we can see that. And then we're going to pop that onto the front of our card. So I'm just going to put a little bit onto each piece. So let me just hold that one. And this is going to just make these stand out that little bit more on the forefront, right in that centre. And then there, and then just to finish that off, I've got a little bow, but I'm actually going to put some glue gel on there.
I mean, the shape of them and the shape of the leaves and everything, it looks like they're about to dance, doesn't it, really?
Absolutely, yeah, I couldn't have said that better. And there we go, we're just going to pop that on there just to finish that off. I'm not even going to add a sentiment because I think that card is just beautiful on its own.
And that could be for anything, absolutely for anything. Now we've got, remember, 2 bundles. We've got the big bundle, but we've also got the slightly smaller one, which I've put back on the stand now, so hang on, bear with me. It was that one. It was Daisy Bloom, Blossoming Daisies, the embossing enfolder, and the 6x6, wasn't it? Okay, so the smaller bundle is this one here. If you go for the big bundle, you're going to get everything, the flower forming foam, the paper, the A4 cardstock, the ribbons, all the dies and everything else. But this is the smaller bundle for just under or just over £25. £26.99 is the price. You're going to get your 6x6 paper pad, which is double-sided, 180 GSM and 36 sheets in there. Then you're going to go on to the dies. Now, this is the dies that will, I think, perfectly cut out your flower-forming foam. You can use them, of course, in lots of other ways on cardstock as well, and vellum and all that sort of thing. There's actually 47 pieces in this bundle in complete. So it's not one die. You can see it's lots of separate dies to make up your flowers. So you can make wonderful wall art and pictures with it, not just cardstock. You've then got, of course, your stamp and die set, and that's the one that Debbie was showing you a few minutes ago that will cut out either the whole thing or just part of the image. And then you've got your embossing folder, which is only available now in either this bundle or the large bundle. It did sell out on its own earlier on. £26.99 gets you that smaller bundle. And if I just show you again some of the cards that the design team have made. Who's done this one? Rebecca Davis has done this one. This is the embossing folder, which I just think is gorgeous. And it's so easy using the flicking technique that Debbie showed you earlier on. And we will be coming back to this later on at 3 o'clock. So if you missed this show or you can't hang around to watch the show, you've got to go off and do something. 3 o'clock this afternoon, we're going to be back with more demonstrations with the HobbyMaker Highlight, which is what this is today, the world exclusive launch of the new Daisy collection from Crafter's Companion. Everyone's coming into the studio saying, oh, that's gorgeous, lovely. I mean, everyone loves a daisy, don't they?
Absolutely, yes.
Everyone
How can you not love a daisy?
There's the edgeable look, that beautiful die that cuts into the cardstock and cuts in on one side and cuts out on the other. That single daisy, this has actually been layered about 4 times to create almost like a chipboard effect, but really lovely. Just one on its own says everything you need it to. And we've made some bookmarks and little tags as well. £26.99 gets you the smaller bundle, but remember, for just a few pounds more, your first split payment will be £34.99 if you want to have the complete bundle, and then you pay the final £34.99 in 4 weeks' time. And that will give you everything. It will give you everything I showed you in the small bundle, plus the cardstock, the flower-forming foam, your edgeable, your panel dies, the accessories with the butterflies and dragonflies, and of course your ribbon as well. The whole thing, if you've just woken up, look at this, $69.99 for everything. Can we just run through again, Debbie, exactly what you get? Have you still got the boards and everything there?
Oh,
Is that
yes.
all right?
Where have I put them? There they are.
Because it was really early at 7 that we did it first of all, just in case you've just switched on, had your breakfast, you got us on maybe while having a cuppa in the bedroom or something like that. This is everything you're going to get in the collection this morning.
Yeah, great idea. The boards really do show them how they are so stunning in their size as well. I love this one. It's such a beautiful design. I've used it a couple of times in the demos this morning. You're going to use it time and time again in lots of different variations. Another beautiful one. This, like Dave said, this is going to be great for your paper piecing. But I also like that if you like to do your colour wash backgrounds and then just place them over the top, it's going to look amazing because it does cut out all of those petals. So with all daisy collections, or any flower collections should I say, you would expect us now at Crafters Companion to have the flower forming foam to cut out those. I mean, look how realistic they just look. That's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. You're getting them in 3 different sizes as well. I mean, you can layer them all up to create different types of flowers, but they will create that gorgeous daisy. This one is so stunning. It's a really lovely one. It comes in 2 parts. The die comes in 2 parts. Use it together to cut the whole thing out, or just use it at the side like we did in the earlier demo to make that flower look absolutely stunning. That one comes with your sentiment dies and your Hello You as well. Then you've got your essential dies, your accessories here. So you've got that layerable daisy. You've also got your butterfly, your dragonfly, and that little heart. You've then got your beautiful border die. I adore this one. I think it's really beautiful. Use your gems to put in each one of the daisies there. It cuts in, so you can cut it straight out of a panel of your card. Cut it twice as well, 3 times, however big your card is, or it's got an outside cutting edge die which will cut out your whole panel as well. I can imagine this one for wedding stationery as well, Dave, which would be really pretty. And that daisy border die that we just shown you in that last demo, a really pretty design which you're going to use in so many different things. And you know, with all our edgeable dies, you can use them on any different concept card. If something's got an edge, you'll be able to cut that down. Then you've got your beautiful ribbons in there as well. So 3 different types. You've got 1/2 metre of each design on there that is going to match perfectly with all your papers. You've got that gorgeous embossing folder, which obviously now is the only way you can buy this, is in this collection. I love that we've got split pay on there as well, Dave. It makes it very affordable, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
And then you've got those beautiful papers. Now we do an extra 12 by 12 pad. These ones are miniaturized down. Can you see at the back of them that gorgeous wood grain that you've got on every single one of them? They're just beautiful designs that you're going to use time and time again. They're definitely designs that make you smile. The daisy is the flower along with the sunflower that makes you smile.
Well,
absolutely stunning.
It is the launch today, the world launch of the new Daisy collection, new from Crafters Companion. Now, if you do want to go for the 12 by 12 paper pad, we have that available as an optional extra. And I know lots of you just purely collect the 12 by 12 paper pads. You love them. This is the 36 sheet 12 by 12, 180 GSM. It's exactly the same artwork as the 6 by 6, but of course, much, much bigger. And you've got the wood effect on the back, and you've got the floral effect on the front, and lots of different designs in here. Just beautiful, beautiful quality, stunning. $14.99 is all this is. If you want to add that into your order with the main bundle, of course, you won't pay any more postage. It's just $3.95 for your whole day's orders. No matter how many orders you make between now and midnight tonight, you'll only pay 1 P&P of $3.95, even if you call in 20 times or order online 20 times. The system knows you. System will send you an email at midnight tonight, basically confirming your orders and saying that you're only paying $3.95 P&P. I just think it's pretty and it's beautiful and it's unisex as well. Not all flowers are. A lot of flowers tend to have a more kind of feminine look and feel to them. But with daisies, I think it's great for guys and everybody as well. It's just a positive, cheery flower, which at this time of the year, it's lovely to see and it's lovely to have. The vellums, if you want these, they're not, remember, in the big bundle. This is a separate purchase. And it's not a vellum pad, it's loose leaf. They come in a cardboard wallet, and you're going to get a total of 24 sheets of 8 by 8 vellum. And of course, the translucency of the vellum is lovely. If I just hold my hand up so you can see behind, just there we are, completely transparent, but beautiful images printed on there. $12.99 for 24 sheets. That works out to about 50p roughly a sheet, and it's RA2019, RA2019 if you'd like the vellum today.
Dave, also, can I just say that if you're buying that vellum, go for those tape pen bundles as well, because you can't see the tape pens behind the vellum. And it's one of the questions I get asked time and time again is how do you not see that adhesive? Tape pens, you can't see through that.
The tape pens are in stock, 3 for 2. It's the straight-sided adhesive, okay? They're going to come up on the side of the screen. You're paying £9.98. Each one's got 22 metres on it, so 66 metres of adhesive for just £9.98. You're getting one of them for free, basically. Okay, and there it is on the screen if you'd like to go for those. Perfect, as Debbie said, to use with the vellum, but in general, just matting and layering, they're brilliant as well. 0800 001 4433, that will get you through to the call centre upstairs here. It's 24 hours a day. 7 days a week it's manned. Now we've also got some ink pads on the show today as well, which if you're wanting to stamp, now there's actually 4 different collections, I believe. 4 ink pads for 3. You get the lot. Right. £5.99. Okay, so basically they're £4, they're £5.99 each, but if you pick any 4, you pay for 3.
Yes.
Yeah, that's it. Okay, so it's basically £17.97 for 4 ink pads. And there's loads of different colourways. You can see here you've got, these are the water reactive ones. So these will obviously be perfect if you're using your alcohol pens and things like that.
The water reactive ones are just that, so you can paint with them,
paint with
you
them,
can blend them, you can use them in so many different ways. They're probably the most versatile ones, the water reactive ones.
And we've got lots of different colourways. Baby blue, we've got smoke plume. There's tons there. So basically, yeah, just choose any 4. You'll only pay for 3. So that will be £17.97 for 4 ink pads. One of them will be a freebie. QH2050, you can pick and mix all of those on there, whichever colours you fancy, but they're all the water reactive ones that we've got on that offer at the moment. Back to the main collection then. We've got literally about 3-4 minutes on the show. This is back at 3 o'clock, isn't it?
It is, yes, back at 3 o'clock. So, yes, I'm back at 1 o'clock with some embroidery dies and then 3 o'clock with this collection.
Terrific.
And that's it for today, yes.
Okay, whatever you do, don't go anywhere because Pauline's going to be here as well. So it's Crafter's Companion and Hunky Dory all through the afternoon between 1 o'clock and 6 o'clock. But this collection today, hot off the press, it's lovely to know that we've got this before anybody else, isn't it?
Absolutely, yeah, it's so nice. It's nice to do a new launch, but it's nice to do a world launch, absolutely. And America normally, only because of timelines, normally gets it a little bit before we do in the UK. But actually, yeah, this one we've got very first this morning.
Okay, well, we've done the boards. Let me just show you the products and the packaging individually. This is your flower forming foam. So the dies will cut into this brilliantly. You've got your kind of sagey green, a leaf green and white. You get 4 of each of them in the 3 colourways, 12 sheets of flower forming foam. Your 24 sheets of your linen cardstock, again in the blues and the greens, that lovely kind of mustard yellow down the bottom there as well for the flowers, beautiful. You get those. So this is the first part of your collection. Then if I just pick up everything else, you're going to get this die, which is your charming daisy. You're going to get your butterfly, your dragonfly and the smaller daisy with the centre as well, that's in there. You get your ribbons. So there's 3 different colourways of the ribbon, 1.5 meters in total, ½ metre of each of those. Then to go with that, we've got the die that I think is the one that you'll use the most with the flower forming foam because it cuts out the outline of the flower beautifully and the petals, of course, there as well. All separate dies, but there's a lot of dies in there for your money. And all of these are on the website individually. The only one you can't buy individually now is the embossing folder. That's completely gone. The individual daisy on its own, that's in the bundle as well. You've got your edgeable, which is this one here that was used in the demo earlier on. So it cuts out on one side and cuts in on the other. Then you've got your border. Now this is one that's got an outside cutting die and the panel. So if you don't use the outside cutting die, it stays in the card like this. If you use the outside cutting panel, it cuts the whole thing out for use as a topper. We've then got, hello you. And you've got to say it like that. Then you get the stamps and you get the dies as well to cut out the sentiments and the butterfly too. That was in the demo a few minutes ago. And then the final thing, and the icing on the cake, I think, for many of you, because it did sell out individually earlier on, is your 3D Daisy embossing folder, which is just so easy to colour in, but so effective. It really does jump off the page, even if you just do it on plain white cardstock, a little bit of shading technique like Debbie showed us with the pens. I mean, anyone can do it.
Oh, anyone can do it, yeah. And you don't need just alcohol pens. You can do it with your ink pads. So the ink pads are going to work really well with that. And whatever colour medium you like, even your watercolours are going to look great as well.
Yeah. So whatever you do, go for this today. Remember, we've got it ahead of anybody else. Anna's just come in. Carol in County Durham. Deborah's just checked out in Leicestershire. Hi to all of you that have already purchased this morning. This is the flower forming foam. It's been crushed a little bit in transit, but you get the idea. So it really makes lovely 3-dimensional daisies. I mean, imagine that being a picture frame.
I know, it would look lovely, wouldn't it? So scrapbooking as well, yeah, photo frames, home decor, it's going to look amazing.
Absolutely. Who doesn't love a daisy? Ask anyone what a daisy means to them, they'd say spring. They'd say happiness, childhood memories, making daisy chains. It's just, yeah, memories of walking through meadows and that sort of thing in good weather. OV2005, it's on split pay as well, so all you have to give us today is that first payment of $34.99. That's the way we do it here. It's not through a finance company or anything like that. It's just basically us at HobbyMaker saying, give us half of it today, we'll ship it to you straight away, and then the next payment comes off your card in 4 weeks' time. Debbie, see you at 1 o'clock then for some embroidery cards.
Yes.
That sounds interesting.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm looking forward to that. Yes, embroidery. Not really my thing, but I think you'll enjoy it.
Okay, and then we're back with this at 3 o'clock, of course. That's our HobbyMaker Highlight. Whatever you do, though, check out the website, hobbymaker.co.uk, because you'll find the bundles. We've got a slightly smaller bundle as well, and all the individuals are available as well. And 1 P&P every day, no matter how many things you've bought. See you later, Debs.
Bye.
See you later.
It's a new year, so that can only mean one thing.
It's time for those New Year resolutions.
And it's the perfect time to start a new hobby.
Jewellery Maker, Sewing Street and HobbyMaker are here whether you're starting something new or advancing your skills on a current hobby.
With all the tools you need to start, as well as expert demonstrations from our great guests.
Are you starting a new hobby this January? Share your new makes with us by tagging Jewellery Maker, HobbyMaker or Sewing Street using the hashtag New Year New Hobby.
And watch us every day from 8 AM to 1 PM on Jewellery Maker,
On HobbyMaker, 6 to 8 AM and 1 to 6 PM.
And 8 AM till 1 PM on Sewing Street.